Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. All right, let's get to it. Lalita's back. All right. Good morning. Okay, so good morning, everybody. Jesus, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada. 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gora Bhaktivinoda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gora Bhaktivinoda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu. Shri uh, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Oh my Lord Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Oh. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, 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 Gaura Chandra, Gaura Chandra, Gauranga, Gauranga, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Oh, my Lord Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Sweet, hey, there they are. Let's see. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Oh my Lord Shri Krishna Chaitanya, oh my Lord Shri Krishna Chaitanya, oh my Lord Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, oh my Lord Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna, my Lord Shri Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare oh my Lord Shri Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Anyway, River, you're on. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Whew, yeah. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda. I don't see anywhere away from this here. Here that we're facing a nuclear war. It may happen anytime now, and I feel perfectly at peace. How about you guys? People who don't have this, they're and a lot of them either they don't watch anything and they just kind of oblivious to everything, or they hear, see rumors of wars and all, and wars and rumors of wars, and they're all in fear. See? So here, this is, I don't know any other way out but being close to God. When God is close to us and we're close to the Lord, how can there be any fear? He's not worried about this. I was chanting that, and I was just realizing, like, millions of universes come from that Lord that we're close to here. What is this to him? It's like a little mustard seed. Everybody's so absorbed in the self-importance of the false identity ID. Yeah, and what will be will be. uh, Krishna. All right. Okay. Page 353, Madhya Kanda, chapter 9. By her desire, this is Sridar's prayers. I always love reading the prayers of the devotees. They're so heartfelt, so realized. By her desire and love for you, Satyabhama Devi could purchase you as Lord Krishna for her husband. See, this is what we need, this love. See, it's not ordinary love, it's special love for a special personality. And it's immortal, eternal. See? And it purchases God. Isn't that amazing? All we need is this love to purchase the Lord. You got to be around those who are like that. They actually have this spontaneous love of God. That is the embodiment of the highest esoteric process of those who love God. Truly. No other better way. Just being around persons like that. Look at the wives of the Brahmins, They couldn't make it through their husbands, their gurus, who were just teaching them rules and regulations and following pujas and all that. Everything these gurus are teaching their disciples. And they couldn't make it to the real Krishna, to that love of God. They probably weren't even clear about it, just like now a lot of people aren't clear about what Krishna consciousness means. And the means, wordplay. So either go off or shut it off. I'll have to take you off, whoever that is. Thank you. Yeah. See, means. See, the means. What it means is the means. Okay, who is that? Just tell me.
My mic is off. My mic is muted.
Okay. The guilty party wouldn't say anything. That's smart. Smart persons. That's okay. No problem.
Sound is very low.
Sound, it can't be low. Is it okay in everybody else, right?
It is low, Guru Maharaj, yeah.
Is it
The
low to
last,
everybody else?
yeah.
Just tell me, is it low to everybody else? It's probably her thing.
Yeah, the
It can't
sound
be.
is okay. Sound is fine.
Okay. Okay. All right. Everybody, just be quiet. Low, I don't care. Just be quiet, everybody. I mean, please. Just get what you get.
Sound is okay here.
Okay. Put your headphones on if you need to. Yeah. Okay, whatever. Yeah. By her desire and love for you, Satyabhama Devi could purchase you as Lord Krishna, her husband. Captivated by love for your devotees. Oh, captivated by love of your devotees. See, I like that. Love of your devotees. See, that's why we need this love. You see, otherwise we cannot captivate God. He's only captivated by the love of his devotees. See, and that love in the Vaidhi level, it says, doesn't control him. That's not strong enough. It's weak love. Now, come on, man. Anybody come into Krishna consciousness, don't you want strong love for God? It captivates the Lord. And then what happens to you? Because we're reflections of that. We become captivated also simultaneously. The Lord, and that's where it's at. That's Krishna conscious. You're really conscious, deeply conscious of God and his nature. This is what it's all about, is to learn about the nature of God. This is why this is a step up from Jesus Christ, for God's sake. Yeah, people don't know what captivates God. They don't even know who God is, really, right? Who is Jesus' God? Nobody knows, right? Well, he's just the Father. Yeah, he's the Father. That's as far as it went. That's why Jesus said, "I have more to tell you, but you can't bear it yet." See, that's the more personal aspect of the Lord. Hey, that's this. Oh yeah. Oh, really? The Lord is captivated by the love of the devotee. Oh, and weak love doesn't captivate him. See, that's the Vaidhi principles of rules and regulations, and just remaining in your worship. Oh, the Lord, he's the great one. He's Radha and Krishna. Oh, like that kind of worship, and then you die worshiping like that. In other words, you haven't achieved the purpose of Krishna consciousness, which is this extraordinary love that Lord Caitanya brought here, that's available now again, right now, this second, this minute, now at this time, in 2022, September 20, what, 3rd? 2nd, or whatever it is. No joke. And it's in association. This is the simple teaching of this book. Be with my devotees who have captivated me with their spontaneous devotional love of God. That's why I send them to this planet, to teach you the real path that these gurus don't know. Show me that the Lord is captivated by their love, because if they were, there would be lots of tears, right? Lots of laughter, like you see of my disciples. See, they're just putting on a show in a bottle that you can't get in. No honey. See, no honey. Isn't that funny? They call, your girlfriend or boyfriend, "This is my honey." See, because they know in the world, honey is like, "Hey man, this is my sweetness." But after a while, you find there's not so much sweetness in it all the time, right? There's some sour there too, isn't it? Shamaguri knows what I'm talking about. She thought it was could be sweet all the time, but boy, does it get sour. It makes you unhappy. See, this brings me back to the real point. The happiness, the sourness, or the misery of the devotees who are in love with God and Krishna. Oh my God, that dances on the greatest happiness of the demigods. This is a verse in Brihad Bhagavatamrita. The love of the devotees in Vrindavan, that's the kind of love we're here to distribute. Where even when you look and that person looks like so sorry. You ever see anybody here who looks really sorry? Like, boy, that person's really suffering. Oh, no. No, 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 no. There's no modes in that, man. True happiness of God, there's no misery, material misery. It's just pastimes of ecstatic mellows that people can't understand unless you meet a devotee that relishes mellows. And if you look at them and you're like, boy, that person, are they really suffering? Because when I feel miserable and I suffer, but oh no, not a devotee of Krishna that really loves God. No, 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 no. Even that is extraordinary. Weak love doesn't captivate me either. Oh, Amy, yeah. She's addicted, man. That's a real gopi, man. Even if the four-handed form would appear before Amy Rose, she wouldn't even be attracted. She likes Krishna. She wants Krishna. Who wants weak love? I want crazy love. Oh yeah, that's gopi material. One that makes me weak in my knees. Yeah, that's right. I've met this lady. Now, where do you get now? You don't see real. You show me one disciple of Radhanath that has those realizations. You won't find one. How about one of Jayapataka? None. How about one of Narayan Raj? Not even one of them. But my disciples, Mr. T-shirt himself, gets quality material here. Real devotees of Vrindavan manifest in this place, huh? Isn't that amazing? And they just come. They're just little food service workers. You never know what position they come from. They just come out of the woodwork, like, you ever see ants wherever honey is or, sugar is, they just appear out of nowhere. I have a desk. If I put a little piece of sugar, the ants just come at it. That's what's coming here, man. They're just these little ants, looking, they find the sweetness of Krishna. They just appear. Where did this Amy, Rose, and Fanny come from? Just like little ants, to the honey. Just like, I don't know, where do they come from, man? Where did any of you come from? They know it. See, they sense it. Where the honey is, and they look their whole life looking for it, man. Kimberly, welcome. There is the strongest. There is the strongest one. Hungry like the bees. Yes. The inner purr. Yeah, yeah. Kimberly might be one of these. Replying to Kimberly, hi, darling. Yeah, yeah. We never know. Kimberly might be some honey liquors. Okay, her desire. See, by her desire and love for you. See, desire, that's the flame. People use the wick up on the altar. They think, oh, look at this, I'm worshiping Krishna. No, the Lord's looking for the flame in your heart, like the weak in the knees girl over there, the Amy Rose type. See, that type of flame, passion, man, passion. That's Vrindavan, man. I just heard, I was in a Narayan Raj group. They just talk about it. Oh, Radhe, passion, blah, blah. You didn't see any of this. You don't see any realization of that. See, here we do. See, this is where it's all going. Okay? This is where it's all going. Is where it becomes real for you. The Lord gives you that, makes you a devotee. See, the Lord says, okay, you want to be a devotee? Okay, by my mercy, I'll give you the association of my real devotees, and then they'll marry you. They're my priests, man. They're the guys. Oh, don't think you're going to be a ceremony where you're going to go get married to somebody that's full of pus and stool and blood type. That temporary marriage that makes you miserable, right, Shamagori? That miserable the boyfriend girlfriend stuff, that stuff, or marriage, whatever it is, it's all that. Not that kind of marriage, man. By the mercy of Krishna, when he's ready to deliver you, he gives you the real what do you call it? The real priest who marries you off to the Lord, and it's final, the final marriage. You never want to get rid of him. The Lord, you'll just, even in your misery, you'll think, "Wow, man, this is really nectar. This misery of we're loving God, man. Even in my boy, this is he's put me on the stage here in this world to show the mellows of God. The happiness and distress of loving God is the most ecstatic experience you can ever have. Wow, this is pretty uncommon, isn't it? Oh, what's going on is uncommon. I was waiting to see this when I was with the Radhakund Babajis and Narayana. All they did was talk about it. But I didn't see any manifestation. Oh, it was a no-show. Oh, I'm sorry, but we can't show you that. You can even ask Janardhan's guru. When Janardhan says, well, I'm in an ecstatic sangha, and do you have any of that? Oh, yeah, of course, but we never show it. It's private. See? But those who are real devotees of Lord Caitanya, they know the inner. They know where it's going to be the show. The greatest show on earth is transcendental mellow rising again in this world. Who the hell is calling somebody there? What is it? Zzz. Good. All right. Yeah. Just
Somebody's
whatever it is,
smiling.
you just shut your phone off or something, or just learn how to
Yeah,
shut the damn thing off.
I asked it so many times, but
That's okay. No problem. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. You're back. Yeah, don't worry about it, Shamaguri. I know you're not technologically astute. Most people aren't here. That's the one thing keeping the new world order at bay a little bit is people just can't get you have to be technologically savvy to enter this thing because it's all technologies and metaverses and all of that stuff. They're taking away everybody's job. And the new job you're going to get is in the metaverse. You're going to play games to make money. Can you imagine that? It's already happening. They already have these games that you make money in, and they're going to get get people the goggles, and you won't be having any jobs, so people will go in the metaverse and they'll work by playing games. Unbelievable. You waste your time playing these games. This is what people do. They're already doing. People, the young people, these millennials, they're sitting there playing games all day. You're gonna have, like Janaki's sons, and they're out there all day playing games, and they're getting ready for it to put them in the metaverse, and they'll make money playing games. See, that's illusion. Okay? See, you got to play these games. These games are more fun. See? These games liberate people from illusion, see? And they're more interesting. I make things with my hands for money. That's great there. All right, so let's see here. You carried the young cowherd boys upon your shoulders. See, that's the thing. Okay, see, these are esoteric truths. You carried the cowherd boys on your shoulders. And that's what the Lord does. He carries us on his shoulders. And we carry him on our shoulders. See, we carry him. We bring him to people. We carry him around. This is devotees. They carry the Lord around and distribute that Lord and put him on the shoulders of others. See, so the Lord carries us and we carry him. Isn't that beautiful? It's wonderful. It's a codependent relationship. In the world, you think it would be bad, right? Because when you're codependent on a human being who is not self-realized, you're codependent on Maya and servants of Maya, basically. See, but when you're codependent on God, it's perfect. You're whole. You're in your correct position. We're meant to carry God and to be carried by God. Isn't that beautiful? Such mutuality. This is sovereignty. You have to be sovereign and complete and whole in the Lord, carrying the Lord. See, we carry him in our temple, and he carries us. See, he empowers us. See, and we're empowered in that way. This mutuality, this is called why it's a relationship that empowers. It's in this relationship that we learn. It's in this relationship that we're purified. In this relationship, we're inspired. This relationship that we're liberated. In this relationship, we liberate others. In this relationship, we understand God's mind and his deeper mind, in this esoteric process. So everything is in this relationship. That's why the devotees are the door to that. They're the life of that. You see that you see an example of that actual life. You see an example of that act purification. You see how it works even in this world. And well, we have to see it in this world. Otherwise, we have no role model. All your role model is external worship. See, that's not very empowering. It's just it's like the Lord says, I have so many devotees that are worshiping me piously and with some love, but it's kind of weak. So they're distant. It's like they're distant. We're a distant relative to the Lord. We don't know how he wants to relate to us, what Jesus meant when he says the Lord is very much, he says, you women at the well. This applies to everybody, the Vaishnavas, at this time. We're going to do something about that. But the Vaishnavas in general at this time, it applies to them, and it applies to many Christians still. It applies to Jewish people. It applies to the Muslims. The Lord says, the Lord is, you have to go somewhere to worship the Lord. You have to go up to the mountain and do that austerity. You go to Bhadrak Ashram to see, like for the Vaishnavas, they have to go all the way on the Vrindavan and Bhadrak Ashram. See, it's always the same thing. I remember I was in Varkala Beach. And these people go on pilgrimage. They're Hindus, right? They go on pilgrimage to go to this special holy place down there. And I was meeting people that were going there. I was talking to this one couple. Yes, we went on pilgrimage. And oh boy, it was so hard. Man, we had to go in our Jeep, man. It took hours to get to this holy place to see God. And I was thinking, oh my God, so much work. I said, I didn't have to go anywhere. I just sat in my room. Chant Hare Krishna in ecstasy. I got more of a result than all that hard work you do to go see God. You have to go somewhere to do it. And you still get only the distant aspect of it, the external aspect, external, it's more, or maybe have some kind of devotion, but it's very weak. See, the stronger your devotion is, then you're more like Jesus, and you understand why Jesus said, yeah, the Lord's, you have to go somewhere to worship the Lord. You have to go up to the mountain. You have to go to Vrindavan. You have to go to Mayapur to worship. Oh, you did your pilgrimage. But the Lord is looking for the worship in spirit and in truth. See, I just erect the temple. I turn the camera on, and I start chanting the absolute truth, the name of God, and communicating with the Lord, communing with the Lord intimately, and it causes a special ecstasy, very strong, very powerful. And the worship is complete. I can't even go anywhere. Like I told the story, I'm in Vrindavan and I'm sitting there reading the book about the pilgrimage and I was dripping in tears and ecstasy. And I'm reading all going where we were going to go. We're going to go in the bus, and by the end of the reading, and they said, time to go on the bus to the pilgrimage. I said, I can't go anywhere. My cup is full. And they said, and they come back from the pilgrimage. Boy, that was so hard. It's so hot in the bus, man. And we had to go to this place and this place and this place. I did it all by mantra, and I got the complete thing, and it was easy. I got more of a result than these guys just going and they had no tears when they came back, just a lot of sweat. I had the tears, they had the sweat. Hot bus, dusty, and a lot of them came back sick, because Vrindavan, it's just tough, just hot. And they go, time to go on pilgrimage, hot bus, no AC, no. People don't know. That's what we're doing here, man. Hey, you Vaishnav, wake the frig up. This is a real deal. This is what you read about in action in the world. This is the devotee Bhagavats. Not only one, we got many here now, and more coming, like little ants to sugar and honey. They find their way here. Okay, what is Kimberly? So let's see what she says here. Kimberly. What like self-taught? Okay, where is Lilita? Okay, let's see. Okay, self-taught. Yeah, it's self-taught. Yeah, actually, when you look deeper, and what does self-taught mean? So on one level, self-taught is you teach yourself. You don't need any gurus or anything. You learn from your own experiences and all that. The deepest level, the deeper level, and deepest actually, is you're self-taught. This is where Prabhupada said the real acharya, the realized soul, is self-effulgent. See, so a lot of people on one level think, oh, you're self-taught, you just figure it out, from your experience and all that. But the deepest understanding of self-taught is you understand the true self that we're all connected to. That's God. That's in His form for our worship. In this Sangha here is usually Radha and Krishna or Lord Caitanya. See, so we're taught by that self, who's the embodiment. See, the Lord Caitanya, when we get real intimacy with the Lord awakened by association and finding the real path, very quickly you get it. Then you enter into this eternal relationship with Lord Caitanya, Radha and Krishna, and then you're taught by the real self, by your intimate relationship, being so close, you begin to just it just seeps into you, this understanding. You get revelations and realizations. You read the books, and they just light up the verses, and you get inspiration and understanding, because this book is actually God. Blessed are those who are pure in heart, they shall see God. When your love is awakened, your heart starts to get really pure and purified. See? And then you're looking at these books and you're communing with the real self. This book is my Lord. Ooh. See? And then the Lord reveals things to you. The book is your Lord. That's what the name too, that you chant the name and the name reveals, because it's the Lord. All these revelations just seep into you. Okay? That's what we do here. This is the intimacy God is looking for. This is what Jesus meant. Worship in spirit and truth. This love that you get only around genuine, expressive devotees, teaching the real path, the deep path, the esoteric path. You get this nowhere else. That's why people didn't get it with Prabhupada. He didn't reveal it. It's all about revelation. Oh yeah, and the books. Yeah, the books. He left that work for us to reveal it. That's why the Vaishnavas don't know this love unless they come here. You have to have experienced devotees who have that genuine love and are expressing it, not holding it back. Otherwise, like, I have this love. Of course, I don't show it, and maybe you do. I don't know. Who knows? God is maybe this just not time, but maybe they're cheating you too. No, it doesn't matter. Just go where this love is, right? Where it's being expressed and taught about. And this is the only place I've seen on this planet. Because whether they're just got it or don't got it, you're not getting it because they're not showing it, expressing it, and teaching about it. They're not empowered to do that. You got to have a special degree for this teaching that we do here. Special degree of bhakti. And it's very deep and very intense. So that kind of self-taught. You come here, you'll learn who the real self is to teach you. And then you see, then you live in that self, and then that self lives in you. Oh, that's enlightenment. See? Then you understand what Jesus meant and all these things. Lord Caitanya and his associates are the deeper revelation on what Jesus brought here. Is a continuation. Very much needed for Christians, actually. Yeah, I was listening on Facebook, and there was this very nice. I could tell this guy was awakened. He was a real Christian. He really had Christ. I could see. You could see in persons who have real devotion. And he could actually, because of that devotion, he could actually see. He said he was listening to the New World Order guys. And he could see, he says, they got, he was getting revelations. I love that. I love people getting revelations and sharing them. Because the real thing, when you really have a closeness with God, some depth there, you get depth and understanding of the things, the way things are going, And he says, yeah, I'm listening to these New World Order guys, and it was interesting because I could see that they have so much money that they're intoxicated on it, and they just want power now, and that is like their frontier is to be like God. They want to be gods on this earth. They want to be the controller and controllers and shapers of this world, and to do what God, like to go in there and cut people's DNA and make different things out of people. They really want to do this. They think we have the capacity, we have the technology. So he could see this. See, this is because of the strength of his love to that degree. And then I actually wrote back and I said, yeah, I study God from another type of worship, but we have scriptures, and it discusses the details of that, where you can understand even why they're like this. See, they don't know about the teachings of the modes of nature and all that stuff, and how it affects people and causes people to have different types of consciousness. Blind about the time. While I was up there with you, I was feeling that love so intense. Well, you can come back if you want. Try it again. Just if it buzzes too much, if you get too many people calling, Okay. All living beings of the entire creation carry and cherish the thought of you in their hearts. Isn't that interesting? All living beings in the entire creation carry and cherish the thought of you in their hearts. But then why are people in Maya if you think that's true? See? But that's just the way the whole picture is, and this is why you can carry the treasure, the thought of God in you, but what is that thought? See, God is in everything. God is, if here in the world you can cherish the thought of money, that's God in that form. But it's very gross, isn't it? See, money is this like a material. It's a kind of a gross manifestation of God, and so your love is going to be. It's just not very clean. It's like you're loving some material object. See, it's actually, and it causes, there's an energy in the heart, it's called lust. See, and your heart becomes polluted. It's called contamination, but it's still, people are cherishing in their heart love for money, or love for woman, love for man, love for child, it's love, but in the form it's reposed on the material thing, and that's considered contamination for those who are cultivating love of God. This is why this is the more attractive feature. When you can see people actually loving God, they're showing you the example of loving God instead of the example of loving man. People, they show you loving money example. You see what it is to love money, but when you start loving God, then you see how people are loving money. They don't look very happy. You could look at these guys, that are into the wealth and money and finance and like stocks and bonds. They look miserable, actually, to a devotee whose heart is overwhelmed with love of the subtle form of God. See, they love their money, everything, and they talk. I got that Powell guy. I'm watching him because, it's so funny in the crypto thing. People there, or stocks and crypto, they're kind of together. I never looked at this stuff. Where I'm looking now because it's a little practical, and I look at these guys. They're so mundane, and they look miserable. This guy, and they get their jollies off of people are looking up to them, and I see this is so ridiculous. They're waiting for this guy Powell, this guy. He's a guy, somebody to do with finance in the presidential thing, something. They're really, and any decision he makes, everybody scrambles. And the guy is miserable. Is that people are looking up to these people that are not happy at all. They can't really give you, and then everything what they do is deciding on what this guy decides. That's their leaders in this world. It's very low level. This is so much better. Where your leader, is you're looking up to the Lord's name just naturally, because it gives you so much life, so much energy, so much intelligence, so much power, so much strength, boldness, love, everything. And these people are just looking up to these people who are in illusion, man, and looking miserable too. They have no real life. This is how we're turning everything around here. People, we're showing the example. You got to show the example, not just, oh yeah, Radhi, but where's the Radhi? Where's the love of Radha, man? What does it look like? Nobody knows. Look at the proof. In Narayan Raj, you didn't get it. Radha Kumbhabaji's, you don't see it. Look at my ex-wife. She was with both and still doesn't know what that love looks like. That love looks like is what you see in the Sangha. And all because there are no shows. And therefore, she still doesn't have faith. See, because not seeing it or looking at where it isn't. And then you lose faith in where it is. See? So that's what this is just getting stronger, and they're all getting weaker. And that's how they learn.
Thanks for using.
You're welcome. See? People who worship Maya get weaker and the devotees get stronger. You got to see where the true vine is. You got to see it. You got to see it in action, man. This is an action movie when the Lord is here or his devotees are here. Greatest show on earth. Where is the greatest show on earth? Then they can get perspective. Then you go and look at these guys on their seats and see how weak they still are. Here you see the strength is because of strong love. This is why the Lord Caitanya was here, to teach the value and the power of strong love for God. And that is revived, that teaching again. And we got to show, you got to show like Lita and Johan and Rivers and Govindas, you got to show the power of strong love of God, how it empowers you to be supermen and superwomen, like the movies show, right? See? But they're souped up on the false. It's not real. That's why it's all an act, an acting. That's why these gurus are just acting guru. Here you have real guru, real tangible teaching, real understanding, real spiritual power. We're getting Lita stoned again. She's saying, I can't believe this. He's saying it. What is this? How can this be? I don't know. It's trippy. I don't know. Also, I often wonder myself. It's all because, this. I tell you, man, we're here to make the show the greatest show on earth. It's just increasing too, man. You got to show the most, that where the real love is, it's got to be, the books have to become life and living in somebody and some bodies, right? We got it not only in some body, but some bodies now. Right there, River. Do you see yourself on there, River? I'm wondering, maybe it only does 3 people, but it looks like it's 4 on here. Or 5, yeah. This is a real upgrade. Yeah. All living beings of the entire creation carry and cherish the thought of you in their hearts. And we're here to demonstrate, to show, hey, look what happens when you worship the subtle form of the Lord, the eternal form. You become eternal. You're eternally inspired. Look at this. Every day we do this. Can you imagine where do you see people going to church every day? If you find real Christians, I've seen it. I was in a place where they were inspired, man. I was in Venice Beach, man. They had a church. They were going to church every day. They're going out, they're doing their version of Sankirtan every day on the beach, talking to people, and going to church every day, praying, and they got up early. 4 o'clock in the morning, they were in the church. See, those are real Christians. That's the way they were when the people got the Holy Spirit. Every day they were in church. They were juiced up. See, because they're connected with the Spirit. The Spirit is everything, is real life. This other stuff is more death compared to real life. That's why the rules are just, okay, it's a good start, but don't stay there. For God's sake, not when real life is here. Why do you think Jesus, I have life, I can give it to you abundantly? That's the real guru, man. That's the one that is inspired by the spiritual potency of the Lord. That's the real life. And he said that to the Pharisees at that time, just like I say to the Vaishnavas now. We got real life here. You can come here and get real life, real intimacy, real deep love for God, not just the flame up there. Hey, man, your heart will be the flame. Your passion will be the truth, man. Your ecstasy will be intimacy, doing it with God. married to the Lord, goddesses of fortune, gods of fortune like Govinda, goddesses like Lalita. Oh, here, see, limitless millions of universes are manifested simply by your thoughts. See, that's what I was talking about. I was chanting, thinking, like, what is, people are worried about this stuff. What is it? Limitless universe manifests from the thoughts. See, and that's why when you look at the material level, these are the thoughts. I heard this before. Now it makes sense. These dystopian stuff are just the thoughts coming out of Vishnu sleeping. See, his sleeping is a manifestation of the Maya. He's dreaming this bullshit going on here. See, and it's just like a bad dream. And he's sitting there dreaming all these things happening, and the servants are these persons who vibe with that dream. See, we're vibing. This is how we become free of Vishnu's Maya. Vishnu Maya, the Maha Maya, is we're vibing with the reality of the Lord, His awakeness. See, this thing they go about being woke. This is the shadow form. This woke, and it's not woke at all. These guys are still in the dream. Matter of fact, they're dreaming more than others. It's just a big lie. This thing being woke. There's no intelligence in those woke people. They're just anybody with even a little intelligence. See, these woke people are controlled and manipulated by the demons who are, part of the Vishnu Maya, strong part of it. The darker manifestation of it. See, being woke is you be in the reality, the eternal reality. That's stronger. That is more juice and more life and more understanding, more knowledge, more love, more. It's like these cigarettes, they're called more, I remember when I was a smoker, I saw these big long cigarettes. More, more. Oh, I get more in a package, same price. More, big, the big one. And you smoke it, and you get more bullshit, more nicotine, more addiction. See, this is the world. We give you more, more bullshit, man. See, but God, you get more, isn't it? The more I chant, the more I get. I love it, man. Dude, this is wonderful. Here, the more you get, the more addicted to the world you get, the more miserable you become. Here, the more happier you become. See, this is the eternal reality. Come on, everybody, let's go to the party. The rave is on. Yeah, and Krishna's our drug of choice. What is the topic? Eternal truth, my friend. You watch the replay. Don't neglect it since you came late. Find it very interesting. It'd be the best thing you ever did. You find out. You'll see. Yeah, I'm the DJ. Playing the records. All right. Still, you personally carry the Gopa, Sridham, upon your shoulders. Yeah. The unmotivated, though you are unconquerable by even the most powerful of personalities, you are conquered by pure devotional service. And the only place to get that is with the devotee, like that verse. They're teaching, in a sense, an unclear way about what is the real path. See, the real path is not when you're teaching the opposite of the real path. See, this book teaches the real path in essence. But people in Vaishnavism at this point are not teaching the real path. You got to be an example of the real path. You got to be a manifestation of the real guru, because then you'll teach the real path. Otherwise, you'll teach the false path. See, the false path is you teach the opposite. You're conquered. You can conquer Krishna by your chanting 1 lakh a day. That's what they taught in the North. You can conquer Krishna by your austerities. You can conquer Krishna by your ekadasis. You can conquer Krishna by your regulative devotional service. Is that really true? Not really. That's an unclear understanding of the path, and that's why it takes many lifetimes. What is a clear understanding? That you get here. Is right this verse. I'll explain it. Though you are unconquerable even by the most powerful personalities, and I've seen them in Vaishnavism who did real strong milk drinking austerity types, and they didn't conquer Krishna that way. See? You can't do it that way. They're still trying, and they still think they often conquered in their minds, but they really haven't. You're conquered by the pure devotional service. That's the proof we need to see somebody who's conquered Krishna. Where is that pure devotional service? Where is the symptoms of that? Where is that being expressed? That's what people need to find in this world. That's the manifestation of the truth in this world. That's where your deliverance is. That's where your eternal happiness is. That's where your peace that surpasses all understanding is. That's where this uncommon love is. And that's how you conquer Krishna. See, there's the verse. I just told you the verse in another way. The verse is not by austerity, not by pious deeds. It's not by regulative devotional service. It's not by mantra chanting that you attain Krishna in Vrindavan. It's only by unalloyed, pure love of God, love of Krishna. Okay? And the only practical way to get that is to be in close association with devotees that have that love. No other way. No other way. No other way. People think they only know, oh yeah, all I have to do is chant Hare Krishna, I'll get Krishna Vrindavan. Oh yeah, well show us the Ritviks, how many of you attain Krishna Vrindavan? Show us the manifestation of that love. Show us the tears that the devotees have there and have now in you. You represent that Vrindavan. But I haven't seen. Show us, Radhanath, that you represent that Krishna Vrindavan. And people go, oh, Gurudev, give me mercy. You give them the mercy that Vrindavan residents give them. Let's see that you really have it. Sure. Put your cards on the table. Let's see if you got a royal flush or you got a pair of deuces. I call in your bluff, all of you. We have a royal flush here. And that's what we're giving the world, a royal flush. They need it, man. You Vaishnavas need a royal flush. Down the toilet, a lot of stuff. A lot of bullshit and speculations and lies and deceptions in the world. You've been corrupted, just like these politicians, many of you. When you become guru, you can become worse than them. Because you get more power than them. You get worship. Who's worshiping Trump even? Nobody worships. Well, some people do, I guess. But who worships politicians? They just, kind of, just like them. But you get a guru here, you worshipped. And then you corrupt these guys, these poor fools. They're poison. You poison your own gurus, man, with this worship. This is what their neophyte disciples do. You don't know who is worthy to be worshipped. Only a person relishing the real truth of transcendental, ecstatic, intimate affairs with Krishna is worthy to be worshipped. Because they don't get juice from that. You get juice from it. Ask Lalita. I don't get juice from her worship. I think, oh, how nice for her. She's understood the absolute truth. I got juice from my worship of devotees. See, we all see that's the truth. You know, otherwise you get the false ego gets energized by this. If you identify, oh wow, I'm a great being. Yes, I'm a great guru. Yeah, really? How many people have you liberated? How many people have you brought to Vrindavan and can prove it? Let's see that they have the devotional bhav of the residents of Vrindavan. How many gurus have made even one person like that? I didn't even find one in the Narayan Raj. Not even one. They're all no-shows. So anyway, we're here to do that job. We make residents of Vrindavan. Already proved it. Look how many residents of Vrindavan here right before your eyes, world. Do I have to scream it out all the time? When am I going to be able to rest my voice? Thanks for appreciating there, Shamaguri. You go out there and convince those mighties out there. This is the great secret. A secret the unfortunate, fallen people of the world do not understand. Still, even in religion, in Vaishnava religion, you don't understand that. You got to find the devotees who have conquered the Lord with this spontaneous devotional love. Okay? And then you'll learn these secrets. See, the book is screaming it, right? How come nobody's teaching it? Yeah, see, these are experiences. So these devotees were walking on the planet. See, they were persons back then. See, and now that knowledge is in the book. So it has to be expressed and manifested again. Those who have these realizations have to be living and breathing and walking and speaking to you that vibration of these conceptions in the book as they are, without compromise. Oh, well, let's see, I'm going to be guru, but I can't, I can't do it this way. I won't even be able to see it. Let's see, which way can I do it? Oh, yeah, give me a rubber stamp that I'm Guru Dev, that I'm a deliverer of the universe. Let me, by hook or crook, speculate my way in that Prabhupada wanted me to be the deliverer of my disciples. Only the real spiritual master, according to the book and according to this word here, that's reflecting and refracting that truth to the world. Only the real devotee who is a resident of Vrindavan can deliver their disciples. Otherwise, what good is speculation? This is the greatest secret. Isn't that amazing? So simple when you hear it explained. The greatest secret, huh? Look, one sentence, you get the greatest secret. That's why I always love these books. Krishnadas Kaviraj says, conciseness is true eloquence. When you put the absolute truth in one sentence, and all you have to do is speak it clearly as it is, and then people get the right direction to go if they listen. A secret the unfortunate fallen people of the world do not understand. Why don't they understand? Because you listen to people who are not really your benefactors, those who have not realized like this devotee. You haven't met an associate like this devotee here. You must in some lifetime meet an associate like this living devotee that was alive back then. That's how you connected to this Lord Caitanya. And that's what's here. That's why people are so ecstatic here. So quickly, because you met the real representative of this in the body, in a word made flesh. your flesh. Oh, look at you guys. You got the ecstasy. Can you imagine if millions of devotees understood what we're saying here? They would know where to go and they would get right into the kingdom like this instead of making a big, long, drawn out thing, going to gurus and spiritual masters who are not like this, who don't know this, who don't express this, manifest this kind of truth that these devotees did. Don't you think Sridhar was chanting in ecstasy? He's showing by his example. He was up all night chanting in ecstasy. And the Lord said, you're fabulously wealthy. And that goes for anybody here. That goes for you. If you chant in ecstasy, you are fabulously wealthy. And anybody who doesn't, and that's most of these gurus, they're poor, still poor. Show us that you chant in ecstasy like the devotee's showing here. Then we'll honor you. Then I'll worship. I'll kiss your feet. No problem. If my Lord is really living in you, great. If not, you bullshitters, get off your seats. Why are you misleading people now? Right? I mean, simple. Why waste any time, man? Let's not beat around the bush. Let's just tell people like it is now. Shout it from the rooftops. Wake them up. Who's everybody? If you want to stay asleep, okay, fine. We'll shake you a little bit. You wake up. Okay, go to Radhanath, man. Go to Jaipataka. Go do your ceremonial worship. What the heck, man? You can't. We're shaking you a little bit. You're still not waking up. Well, go over those guys. Spend a few more lifetimes like them. Go follow them for a few more lifetimes. They're definitely coming back. Without ecstatic devotion, you're coming back. You didn't make it in this yet. Even the Christians made it more than you. If you don't have ecstatic devotion, and they do, well, they're going into the kingdom. Because that, even according to our books, qualifies you to enter the kingdom. Ecstatic worship of God, according to nectar devotion, man, qualifies you to enter the kingdom. And many Christians do it. You can see it. They manifest the symptoms of it. Realizations too, like I did. You could see it on their face. They have the symptoms of somebody's realized God to an extent. See, you qualify to enter the kingdom. And many Vaishnavas are not. Many Christians aren't. Many Muslims aren't. Some may be. See? What do you think Jesus said? Many are going to cry, Lord, Lord, won't be saved. That's these gurus. Many of these gurus are going to go before Prabhupada and say, oh, Prabhupada, we made many disciples for you. Oh, for me? You don't know who I am. I don't know you. You were into it for your own self-aggrandizement. You wanted to be guru. You wanted followers. You wanted name and fame. I don't know you. I only know my devotees. I only know my ecstatic devotees who know me and know my heart. You don't know my heart. See? My heart is for you to become a real disciple, for you to become as ecstatic as I am. Yeah? Don't you know there's some people there that I empowered, that the disciplic line empowered to show you what this real love is. See? That's what we're doing. What the real qualification is, what the real teachings of Lord Caitanya are, what the real path is, why Lord Caitanya came here. All these subjects people learn here and only here that I've seen. Oh, this Mayavati, let's see what she has to say here. One who chant in ecstasy do not need their feet to be kissed. One who chants in ecstasy doesn't need their feet. I said, I'll kiss their feet. They don't make out. Yeah, I don't need my feet kissed. But I'd like to kiss the feet of somebody who chants in ecstasy. I think that would be wonderful. That's like, when the Pope in that movie of Saint Brother Sun Sister Moon, the Pope comes down and he kissed in humbleness the feet of Saint Francis. That was wonderful. I love that. Tears came to my eyes. I'd love to do the same thing. Krishna himself does that. Krishna took the position to wash the feet of all the people that came to the party that they made. Nobody else volunteered to do that but him. I want to do this. I want to. That's my Lord, man. Look at Jesus Christ, wash the feet of his disciples. Why should I do anything there? From my heart. You can't do that on your own. If you're in false ego, you wouldn't. These gurus would never wash the feet of their disciples. Not would they? Have you ever seen? Nobody's ever seen, and therefore they see when I do it, when I kiss the feet of my disciples, they call me what these guys are, right? They call me like a pervert, because I would wash the feet of my disciples or kiss them, What? Yes, you have no idea. That's all false ego. That's these hard hearts, and they're polluted hearts, actually. When God is living in somebody, and then you understand things as they are. See? And, that's your worshipable Lord. That's awakened in some temple. That's like going to the temple and kissing the feet of the deity. What is the difference? You go. Oh, actually, it's better. You go kiss where the Lord is living and awakened in some body. See, that's the temple of the Lord, the living God, living, really living, powerful. And then, you go and you go to the temple and you kiss the feet of the deity, but you won't kiss the feet of the deity in the human awakened devotee. What is this? Hypocrisy it is. You don't know who Krishna really is. That's the state of most things. People don't know. You need very deep love for God awakened in you to really know the heart of Krishna. Because I didn't know until the love started to awaken strong in me. I wouldn't. Well, it would seem weird and all that. That's why it looks weird to people. Because you need to have this awakening. Then you'll understand what I'm talking about. So material illusion cannot touch those engaged in your loving devotional service. There you go, man. Isn't that the essence? Isn't that what I've been preaching? Isn't this so wonderful? Material illusion cannot touch those engaged in loving devotional service. But if you're not engaged in ecstatic, intimate, loving service of the Lord, illusion touches you. If you have like some love, okay, illusion will touch you less, maybe. But if it's not transcendental, then illusion will touch you. That's like you see these people, they really don't have much love for God. They have to war with the devil or war with Maya, is always pain in their ass. We get so much freedom from that here because of this is the path, man. Isn't that great? Why wouldn't people want that? Where you don't get the devil or illusion or people or you can even don't have to think of devil or illusion, just people giving you troubles or life giving you troubles, nature giving you troubles, your mind giving you troubles. Forget about devil or Maya. Everybody can understand. An atheist can understand. Yeah, my mind is giving me trouble. How would you like freedom from that? Oh, these persons are always hassling me. How would you like freedom from that? My body is always giving me troubles. How would you like more freedom from that? Well, that's it. You have to have this loving devotional service. Serving the transcendental body of the Lord gives you freedom from all these kinds of miseries. Look at Prabhupada. He was on his deathbed, translating still. And, people, the doctors couldn't believe it. This guy was still, lucid and doing things, uh, and the doctor said he must be feeling so much pain because of it. His skin was so, like something would really suffer just to touch it. But he was still translating, transcribing, doing things. That's the loving service of the Lord. It gives you more freedom. I'm sure Prabhupada has some suffering, of course, but still, just like here, look at River. She's getting some freedom. Look at Lolita. They have some suffering in their bodies, but the Lord helps them get somewhat free of that, engaging in the loving service of the Lord. I want to say funny things about my feet, but in reality, this T-shirt man inspires me beyond all and everything. You're welcome there, Radhe. Okay. Whew. So give us a word there, whoever wants to speak. River, give us a word.
Can you, Raj?
Hear you good.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we could. Sorry, I'm in a bit of a dilemma. I'm listening to you on my phone, but I'm on Restream here. It's a bit behind. Wow, it's just such a nice place. So. Okay. It is really a place of home and comfort and shelter. It's really now more of a place of just coming to rest and actually be in the heart of the Lord and being able to be in that place, where you can meet Him. I don't know.
What happened? It's working.
Is it okay, Maharaj?
Yeah, it's okay. Just keep talking. It's fine.
It's working. I come here, and when I'm in class now, it's just like, it's just, it's just, it is being with the Lord. It's just like being with the Lord. It's like being in His presence and Him actually wrapping His arms. It's been held at home. It's just been held. And Maharaj, it's been looked after, really looked after and nurtured. And yeah, we we have these issues with the body, but Krishna transcends this, because my love for him and his love for me is the focus more than the troubles. And I always seem to find sorry. Having this person. Thank you, Maharaj. Everybody needs to come here. Everybody needs to. I think it was a devotee in our class yesterday said that not everyone come here and get relief. not true. Anybody can come here and get relief from whatever they have, then people don't really know the Lord at all. He's so magnificent and so great. We get relief as long as we listen to you, as long as we stay here, as long as we're in this together and in this experience of Krishna consciousness with your help, with support. Our experiences are just so fruitful, so fruitful. We're getting help, we're getting guidance, we're getting safety, we're getting all of this protection and shelter. Where do they get that out there? Where did they get this kind of experience in life like we are having this experience? This is what I've needed all my life. This is what I've needed. And you have given me that. And everybody else can have this. All of this trauma out there. Maharaj, oh my gosh. Thank you so much. I'm having a problem with the internet here. They're
It's
doing
working
something
good.
in the streets.
I hear you. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. For me, the greatest thing is to be able to have the support, but be able to grow, to be who I really am, instead of being paralyzed into the illusion. Wow. Thank you. You've given us the greatest gift. You've given us the family, the safety. Oh gosh, it's family. This is real family. Real parents that's just going to be with us all. I can live now, finally. So much real. One of the nicest things is there's more patience recently, more patience and more being able to hear what people are saying. And that same thing that you've been saying, see the flower, see the rose and not the other stuff. It's taken me a long time to learn that, but it means so much. And when that actually happens, we can transcend all of those other things. And you know what? When we do that, they transcend it as well. Because we're not focusing on it. So they won't focus on it either. They just focus on the glories of the Lord, his attributes and how he's changing us. I only know him a little bit, teeny bit. I don't know if people can hear me. Oh no, my signal's gone.
We hear you good. I hear you good. We hear you all right.
So sorry. Oh, you hear it? Thank you, Maharaj. I could just keep going on about how much it's changed me and how great it is. Wow. Yes. Thank you so much for having so much patience with me and all devotees as well. Thank you. I will be quiet now. Somebody else.
Okay. All right, great. Well, thanks there, River. Tom, give us a word.
I like what River said. Instead of being paralyzed into this illusion, that's right on the spot. The illusion shows us the other side, and here is the quality. Here's the supreme quality. I like it very much. Instead of being paralyzed into this illusion, this is the alternative. This is the way out. I love it. There are a lot of problems here in Holland. Yes, there are abnormal things going on in the government, and this is the shelter. Yes, really the shelter. The only safe place, and I'm choosing confidently and consciously to live in this opinion, this vision, this position where Srila Gauridas is. I'm consciously choosing this point of view. It's very silent here.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, listening.
Yeah. In this chaotic situation, this is the real stable shelter. It's the really complete shelter. I tried a lot of angles and empathize with people. Is this a good approach? Is this um, a nice consciousness? Is this a nice identification? But this one, your opinion is just over. The quality is supreme.
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
the
yeah.
real approach.
Yeah, this it's not like it's my opinion only. I mean, it's really actually Krishna. I mean, I just because this is what we're teaching here. Purifying the heart gives you get a clear sight on this pure and simple truth. Krishna is very simple. His truths are very simple, but they're not accessible to speculators. Speculation puts like dark glasses on your vision. You look at this stuff, and your mind is going like, see, like so. I do Krishna's opinion is so wonderful. So when you're saying that, that's what you're saying. Actually, I really like Krishna's opinion. That's a symptom of purification. I guarantee you that Radhanath would not like my opinion. Somebody like that, or Jai Pataki wouldn't like my opinion. But that's to me, it shows automatically. Well, the heart's not purified enough to do it. So you got to worship the Lord in ecstasy. That's people when they take on worship, their hearts get polluted, man. You're taking on a lot of poison. You're grabbing the head of the snake. See, the head of the snake is name and fame and worship. So when you get name and fame, it's called false prestige. You don't deserve it, and you get intoxicated by it. Just like these guys like George Soros, and they're intoxicated by their positions of power. They've been corrupted, and the gurus get naturally corrupt. They can't really help it. It's just this. You're grabbing the head of the snake where the most poison is in leadership positions. See, so the Lord, like Prabhupada, he came to me and authorized what I'm doing because of so many years of ecstatically worshiping the Lord, so I wouldn't be overwhelmed. And still, it was a little tough to get through. I had to get through, some subtle things. But this is what we teach. This is, and you become a real guru. You very clearly see the path, and you lead people. See, like the sayings of Jesus, those who go in the door become he said, I'm the door. See, the real spiritual master, the living guru, is the door. Okay? You go in the door, you become the shepherd of the sheep who are also looking, where's the door? Where's the door in this world? See, the door, that's why always when you're ready to be delivered, you'll get a living spiritual master here. Unless you're already delivered. You could be delivered from a previous life and you come here, you get the Bible or the Vedas, and immediately love of God awakens in you. Okay, well, that's fine. But a lot of people, they may have some of that, and then you might get Big Brother. Big Brother comes and will either help you awaken or continue your spiritual growth, which is often really needed in this world. Because, I mean, look at the association you get. You get even you get religion, and that doesn't do much for your ecstatic worship. They don't even like it. So it's such a boon to get the association of ecstatic devotees. So, and that we have that here too. Yeah. So good, Tom. All right, Lalita, give us a word.
Yeah. Um, Yamuna speaks about being paralyzed, Tom, the same. And I'm thinking, yeah, let me be paralyzed by the ecstasy of the Lord, because that's the highest, that's the reflection of it. That's the highest experience you can have. Oh my God. Being paralyzed by the ecstasy of the Lord is such a deep feeling. And you can have all those kind of experiences when you come here, when you listen carefully, not only when you rest in the Lord, but when, oh my God, when He rests in you, that's that. When you start to experience Him as a person with the qualities of a person, who deals with you as a person, who explains you things, these deep exchanges, all those things you start to understand while you're reading. Um, little Krishna is really dancing inside of me, um, kicking me, waking me up. He's so hyperactive that I get paralyzed. It's really, he's hyperactive, Guru Maharaj. He's really like, it's really, you need to tell him to shut up. Now I know why I can't sleep. It's really powerful, really powerful, how he's working here in our sangha. Sometimes I think that I'm getting mad, that I'm losing my.
Well, it is kind of a madness.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, strong. This presence is very strong. All those things that you read are reading coming true, um, and reading coming deeper through, and deeper and deeper through. Every word has so many meanings. A whole movie is sometime before my eyes while I'm reading a whole movie. I see a whole movie. It's just unbelievable. Yeah.
Yeah,
I give
yeah, yeah.
hope. It gives hope to devotees who are waiting for it. This is the most beautiful thing you can experience in your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is the what the Lord is meant to be, is that we our eternal life can be awakened and grown. Even while we're here, to show that example is so important. To show there's new life. It's like when Jesus said, "I'm the true vine." It's so deep, that thing, because people are getting life from the modes of nature and different energies that are not pure. This pure worship, this spontaneous devotion is so. It's just it's what everybody is really looking for, whether they know it or not. It's what the ISKCON devotees are looking for. It's what the Radhakund Babajis are looking for. It's what the everybody is looking for. They're just not clear what it is, and we're so fortunate to be clear about it and make it, clarify it. That's sadhu sangha. We clarify it for the world, and see, one by one, the little ants come for the honey. They smell it. They just like, I always wonder how these ants, they know where the honey, there's a little drop of honey, so they just come out of nowhere. Where are they? That's what's happening here. I don't know, where are they coming from? They just find their way here.
Sincere devotees. And
Yeah, looking for this, because this is the real honey, man. See, the real honey, literally, the real honey, my honey, Krishna, Radha, the real honey pots.
yeah, Radhe says, when you all speak about your so-called ecstasy, but it is not our ecstasy, and it's not so-called. It's Krishna's ecstasy that you see, the
Yeah.
manifest.
Why does she say so-called? She doesn't believe it?
I have no idea.
You don't know? Well, you can explain that so-called. Maybe, okay, see, it could be that way, like inside, deep inside, people, if they have doubts about it, just like I remember with Karuna too, when he has some doubt, Brett maybe still does, some doubts about it. It takes some. Yeah, you got to come to the point where you really want it and you believe in it. You become convinced. Yeah. Did you want to say something?
Yeah, she was intoxicated when she was here with me. She was sitting on my bed while I was chanting, and she said, "Something is happening here in my head." So she has felt something, so she knows that it's real. And she has
Okay.
seen
Well,
it from Francis in her own living room.
yeah. Okay. Well, she'll get it. It just takes some time. Yeah. I do believe. Okay, good. Yeah, you get. Don't just, in due course. Yeah. Okay, so let's end it now. Thank you very much for coming, everybody. And we'll be back. Hare Krishna.